Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum. My dear students, I am Mohammad Abdullah Murad Chaudhary, Senior Lecturer, Department of Agriculture Studies, Milestone College, Uttara Dhaka. Let's go for today's online lecture.
Chapter 3, Section 2, Seed Production Technology. And this is the second lecture of this section. Today, from this lecture, we will be understand the topics of rogging, then seed processing, then seed preservation. Let's discuss about this topic. First of all, what is rogging? In another sense, rogging means grading. That means grade the seed. So rogging, if we give the definition of rogging, then we have to write down like this: rogging is the technique of removing undesired plant species from the field of seed crop. That means from the seed crop field, the crop from where we preserve the seed, that field we have to remove the undesired plant. For example, if we want to do the rice crop field, that time other crop like wheat, maize, we have to remove from the field. That is called rogging. Even if we do the normal rice, that means in the rice field, that time if there present any aromatic rice plant, we have to remove that was one from the field seed crop as well. That is called rogging. So what will be the undesired plant in the seed crop field? First one is some plant of other varieties, then plant of different crops, then wheat plants, then very weak or diseased plants of the same variety. These all are undesired plant from a seed crop field. So we have to remove this one for maintain the quality of a seed. For instance, if there is present any other crop fields in the desired seed, that will not buy the people. For example, if you want to buy some rice seed, if you observe in that seed maize seed, mustard seed present, that then you will not want to buy that one. That is why we have to do the rogging process. Then procedure of rogging. So how can you doing this procedure from the seed crop field? We can do by three following steps. First one is at the vegetative growth stage or pre-flowering stage. Second one is at the flowering stage, and the last one is at the maturity stage. So in these three stages we can apply the grading or rogging process. So first one is at the vegetative growth or pre-flowering stage. In this stage, rogging during pre-flowering stage is very essential to maintain genetic purity of the variety, because after this period other undesired plants may pollinate or being mixed up with the desired variety. At this stage, plants having different in height, the leaf color, structure, disease, insect, etc. must be uprooted and the land should be kept weed free. That means when the vegetative growth stage about 10 to 15 days, that time if we understand that the plant is other plant, that time we can remove this one. For example, grass, any type of weed or grass seedlings and rice seedlings looks very similar, so we are unable to remove that one. But if you observe that maize seed or rice seed, that time we have to remove maize seed because our desired plant is rice seed. So this is called the vegetative growth stage. Next one is at the flowering stage. First I told you, if I have got rice seed or grass seed, if we do not make different in the first stage, definitely when the flower is coming in the rice seed or grass seed, that time definitely we can identify the wheat seed according to their flower. That time we have to remove the grass seed. That is called removing seedlings at the flowering stage. So if any undesired plants remain intact after the completion of first stage, that must be identified and uprooted. At this stage, pollen grains of undesired plants may spread in the air and deteriorated genetic purity of the crop. That means we have to do this one second time. And the last one is, if we left any plant which we cannot identify in the first and second stage, that time when the plant is mature, that means when the seedling is coming, that time definitely we can be identified in third stage at the maturity stage. So in this stage we have to uproot it, that one. For example, if we our desired rice plant variety is aromatic rice, if there is any normal rice present, that time we can understand when the seedling is coming. So we have to remove that one first. Lastly, at this stage, if some undesired plants remain in the field, they may produce panicles of different size, color than the desired plants. So identification becomes easier for the uprooting. So rogging is very very important for your or creative questions, like what is rogging definition and explain the stages of rogging. So then you have to explain these three stages. So why rogging is important? Because it's maintain the seed purity, and it do the quality seed production, then remove unexpected plant from seed crop field and ensure ventilation, light, etc. as well. Protect the race of the species, adulterated seed and food as well, and seed and food value is more in the market. So rogging is very very important. The main important is maintain the seed purity and seed quality. So you can get the importance in your creative questions as well. Now seed collection. So how you collect the seed from the mother plant. So some collection is an important step in seed production. Certified seed must be collected for seed production. During seed collection, a farmer must know the following information, which is variety name, the name and number of seed grower, say percentage of other seed variety, germination capacity of seed, then seed moisture content, date of seed testing. So every everybody should know the these points when they collect the seed. If this is not mentioned in the seed packet, that time you will you my suggestion is, do not buy that seed, because that have no guarantee it is good or bad. Seed collection. So how you collect the seed from the seed crop field. So if I give you some example, then you can understand. It depends on a crop variety. Depends on crop variety. Some crop variety, not all crop varieties same for collecting the seed from the seed crop field. So if you see potato seed collection, here you can see they collect the seed. So leaf become yellowish when the potato seed plant become yellowish. That time you understand that you can collect the seed now. It will happen after 80 to 90 days after sowing of the seed. Next one is mustard seed. If you have a look, these people collecting the mustard seed when the leaf become yellowish. That means all seeds become mature, and this will happen after 80 to 100 days after seed sowing or planting. Next one is onion seed collection. So when leaf become dry and broken, that time you understand that you have to collect the onion this time, and this will happen when 70 to 80% leaf broken. That time onion will collect. Seed processing. So seed processing including some steps, which is first one is threshing. After seed collecting, you have to threshing the seeds. So if you have a look, some of the method I show with the picture. This one is modern method of seed processing. That means seed threshing after collecting. This is the local method using the pipe, and this is the local method as in using the cattle for seed threshing. It will remove the seed from the plant very easily. So if you do not have any ability to buy this type of modern machine, then you can use the cattle or use the pipe as well for threshing the seed from the plant. Winnowing. So what is winnowing? Winnowing means remove all the dust particles from the seed. That is called winnowing. You can use seed dry as well, or you can use local method. This lady, this woman here and old woman here using the local method for removing or separate the dust particles from the seed. Next one is drying. So how can you dry the seed? You can dry the seed on the sun dry, or in the top picture you can see this is the local method of seed drying, and this is the modern method invented by IRRI, International Rice Research Institute for drying the seed. By using the heat of the sun, the moisture content of cereal seeds will be reduced by 12 to 14%, and 10 to 12% in case of vegetable seed. So when you want to preserve the seed, that time the cereal crops seed moisture will be 10 to 12, 14%. If you dry the cereal crops underneath the sun, full sunlight, about 3 to 4 days, that time that seeds moisture become 12 to 14%. Next one is grading according to the size, shape, and quality. uh, Farmer can do with the help, they can do manually, or now this is the modern machine for cereal crops, or sometimes the vegetable crops. You can use this one, but in our country context they use the local method. And packing. So what should be present in the packet when you are packing the seeds? Different information should be written on the packet. For example, variety name, weight, date of manufacture, date of expiry, and name of the company as well. If you see these two picture, here is one is Lalti seed, this is the brand name. Supreme seed, this is the brand name. If you have a look, Bari Shorisha 14, this is the variety name. And here you can see the opposite, here weight 1 kilo, this is the manufacturing date, everything is here. So wise decision is buy the seed when the proper packing is done. Do not buy the fake seed or the bad seed. Now, seed preservation. This is very important. After collecting the seed, we have to process the seed, then we have to preserve the seed. So, seed preservation includes all the operation properly done for seed production, drying, processing, quality control, and marketing. So, this is called the seed preservation. So, what is the method of seed preservation? If you have a look, there is some picture over here, which is this is the local method of seed preservation. This is the earthen pot. This is the gunny bag of local method as well, and this is the shade which is making in front of the house. This is all our local method of seed preservation, and preservation of seed without maintaining temperature and relative humidity. And here you see this is all our local temperature. That means normal temperature. Do not maintain any type of temperature here in the earthen pot or in the gunny bag or in the shade. For this method we need dole. This is called dole, a bag, or gala. Okay, so you can preserve these seeds about 1 year without maintaining the temperature and relative humidity. Next one is only by maintaining relative humidity. Like the previous method, after drying, the seeds are kept in an airtight container. Mix leaves of neem or nishinda with the seeds to protect them from insects. That means if we use some drum or a bucket and put some leaves, which is local medicinal plant like neem, nishinda, inside the drum or bucket and make it airtight, that time you can preserve that seed. This is the local method as well. seed preservation in cold storage without maintaining relative humidity. This is the modern method, like potato, onion, moisture content 80% can be preserved in this way. Before keeping the seeds in the cold storage, we have to keep it in 16 to 18 degrees Celsius for 24 to 48 hours. Then we will keep it for cooling and keep in cold storage by maintaining 4 degrees Celsius temperature. In our country, we have got some cold storage which we can get by rain for preserving potato and onion. Next one is cold storage by maintaining relative humidity. For paddy, rice, wheat, even mustard, jute, pulse can be preserved by this method. In cold storage, we have to maintain ICC, that means intercooler system, and relative humidity 50%. By this method, we can preserve seeds for 3 to 8 years. Now, what is the importance of seed preservation? Why we have to follow the seed preservation method? Because seeds are very sensitive, because a minimum carelessness can deteriorate quality of a large amount of seed. Because if you preserve about 1 ton 2 ton seeds for next year, if you do not preserve it, it will be all destroyed or all will be deteriorated. Then farmers preserve seed in accordance with their own experience as well. Then, although only the objectives of seed preservation is to sell healthy and vigorous seed in the next season, but there are different seed preservation methods to keep care not to deteriorate seed viability. That means if we keep preserve the seed for commercial purpose, so if you want to sell in the next season, we are unable to sell that seed, because if we do not preserve it properly, because and then it will be deteriorate all the seeds, so it will be a great loss in the business. Next one is seed deteriorate during the period of harvesting, threshing and transportation as well. And then 10% crops are damaged by rats, birds, fungus, moisture, etc. besides dust, dirt and concrete as well. Remaining in seed also deteriorated seed quality. And the main objectives of seed preservation are to maintain seed quality and be careful to prevent carefully the factors which hamper the seeds. The summary of the seed preservation importance is, if we preserve the seed for personal use or commercial use, the main objective is to preserve it and maintain the quality in future. That means for the next season. Before next season, you have to keep it fresh, vigorous. If we do not and maintain the quality, if we do not do that, the seed will be deteriorated or destroyed. So this is all about today's lecture. So from this lecture you can get this type of MCQ, like how many steps of rouging. There will be 3 steps, and creative questions like we can get explain seed preservation method. It might be for 2 marks, 3 marks and 4 marks.
Thank you very much, my dear students, for watching today's online lecture. If you face any problem, contact your subject teacher. They must help you. Thank you very much.